And welcome back, episode 33 of the Quiet Man series. Probably a good place to take stock, actually. 3 or 4 episodes back, I talked about the cycles of life. I can't remember which one it was now, but I was 42 and I was entering what I called the mastery phase. At this point in the story, I'm probably about halfway through that cycle. Come up to my 49th year, thinking about it. And so, was I mastering things? There was certainly a lot of good stuff going on. I'd activated my own will switch and given up drinking the year before. Remember the respect exercise and the initials of the people I respected? One of those was my good friend Nick. We'd actually created a training company, and the chap that I did the time log with was one of our clients. We were also working with a pharma company. We were putting on presentation skills workshops. We had a good business going. So being in the mastery phase, business was going well. My journey with Quakers, I'd actually started and helped some people create something called Quaker Quest, which was an outreach program running every Monday up at a friend's house in Euston. And a good friend of mine, Geoffrey Durham, who used to be the Great Soprendo and was on Countdown. Geoffrey Durham is a fabulous magician. I remember the breakfast networking group that I'd started for all the entrepreneurs down Croydon and South London. I asked him to come along to my 100th meeting, and he did his newspaper tear trick, which if you've never seen it, go YouTube it, Geoffrey Durham newspaper tear. It is one of the top 50 magic circle tricks. So there were a lot of good things happening. Business was good. Quaker Quest was going. And one of the tips in this chapter in the book is if you want to get yourself noticed, get yourself on stage. Quaker Quest was me being on stage every 6 weeks, talking about the benefits of Quakerism and how you can actually get into it. I caught the eye of a young woman called Mary, and we became an item quite quickly. Again, there's more on that in the book. I will put a plug in for Quakers here, and I'm going to read something that Geoffrey said about Quakers. The single most inspiring, moving and rewarding thread running through the whole of my adult life. The single most inspiring, moving, rewarding thread. That's what Geoffrey got from it. I got, as you know, the serenity and the tranquility and the calmness, which enabled me to stay very well centered with all the storms that have been going on in my life. So, business was good, personal life was good, spiritual life was good. I felt very, very masterful at this period and at this point in my life. So what could go wrong? Nick is a magpie for ideas. I can remember going to Nick's 40th birthday. And when the birthday cake came out, there was little models of everything he'd ever been in. There was a high diving board, there was a racing motorcycle, there was a racing car, there was scuba gear, there was his wife and his kids. Everything Nick had ever been interested in was on the top of this cake. And he's like that with ideas. So although we'd started our own training company, very quickly he started to sniff out there was something else. And that something else was some Australians coming over with a bunch of intellectual property which was going to turn the world of coaching upside down. And we joined them early in 2003. Nick took to it like a duck to water. I was a little bit more cautious, but I got it. And whenever people ask me what I got from my association with share laws, I will say the same thing every time. They gave me contextual frameworks. The idea, if you listen contextually for what's going on and you address the context as opposed to the content, you will help your clients more than anything else in the world. Very, very powerful stuff. It took my coaching skills up probably 2 steps, 2 orders of magnitude. And what I really loved about share laws at the time was It was intuitive. All you needed was an open mind, some blank sheets of paper and some coloured pens, and you could solve the most intractable problems. I still use some of the techniques today, no doubt about that. To me, it was intuitive, in the moment coaching, as opposed to some of the other organisations that were around. It was like painting by numbers. So, this chapter, the best kept spiritual secret in the world today is Quakerism. And if you want to get noticed, get on stage. That's it. Those are the tips from chapter 33 of the Quiet Man series. If you've liked this, give it the thumbs up. Comment on it, please. Share it with your friends. Spread the word. The Quiet Man series will be back tomorrow for episode 34. Thank you very much.